Hello, my beautiful friends. Here we are today. And y'all know how excited I get about brushes. You've seen it. So now I'm going to really geek out with my partner in beauty, my beloved Melissa Colazo is here with us today.
Hello. Hi, Beauty Room.
So thank you for being here because you have even more brushes than I do, which is like, what? Right? So many. So here's the deal. Here's the deal, y'all. I was hoping I was going to get to like finalize it down to like a divine 9. But then I found out it has to be 8. So everything is thrown off in my world. So I need some help. So this is where you guys are going to get to tell me what is important to you in your brush roll. And side note, I introduced this set to my 14-year-old student yesterday during a makeup class, and she squealed. She's so excited. It's on her birthday list. So yay. So we're doing good things here. So, all right. If you are joining us live, let us know you're here. And if you're in the replay world, so happy you're here. Thanks for joining us. Let us know. Hit replay in the comments. So, Melissa, hello.
Hi.
You look so beautiful. My goodness.
Thank
You look so beautiful.
Thank you so much.
I'm going to be playing with some brushes, so I will be my own model for today's session.
Do I get to guide you? Do I get to be your beauty guide?
Yeah, be my beauty guide. Yes. Yes. Perfect. This is fantastic.
I love it.
All right. So 8 brushes.
8
brushes is here.
Great.
So I'm going to show you. 8 is great, and that's what I kept telling Josh. I said, listen, 8 could be great. 8 could be great. 8's going to be great. So 1,000%. I'm reframing it. So I'm going to show you the 5 that I am. Do I have 5? No, I have 6. I have 6 that I've been like, just, I don't know how I can get rid of these, but I'm going to need your help with concealer eyeshadows where I am. All right. We ready? Okay. We ready for these babies? All right, here we go. All right.
I want to know what you picked and why.
And why? I know I have to explain myself in detail.
Not that all right. So, you don't need any guidance from me, but for the people.
No. I know for the people and for me to like, keep me honest. You know what I mean? Like keep me on track. I need it. I love it. It's all good. All right. So the dual fiber.
Yeah.
I got to. I mean, like you've known me for how many makeup years? I mean, you've known me for many, 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 many years of me being in the world, but makeup years. We used to throw down. Throw down with this bad boy. So, for me, there's a certain feel to it. There's a certain just kind of like balance when you use it, like the right amount of drag, the right amount of blending, the right amount of everything. So that's why I picked this one. And it's also really good depending on what you're using it for. So you can also, this is a multi-purpose. So we've got foundation, we've got powders. Tell me how you use it. Tell me some of your points.
I even like using this one, depending on, let me backtrack. Depending on how I'm planning to use the brush, because the beautiful thing about these brushes is, particularly when we're talking about the black and the rose gold, is that they're synthetic. So they work really well and play really well in the sandbox with creams, liquids, as well as powders. So if I'm planning and know that the makeup that I'm using is going to be on the lighter side, if I'm going for that like skincare makeup look, I'm going to apply skincare with this, and then I'm going to take this same brush and use it in the foundation that I'm planning on using, because then it, you're working smarter, not harder, right? Like you're already shearing things out. You're making everything really nice. Mm-hmm. So I love using it just from a pro perspective, skincare into foundation. On the personal side of things, I love to blend my makeup out with this. And then, like you said, powder, face, blush, contour. I mean, it's really multi-use, multi-purpose. And the good thing about multi-use, multi-purpose tools is that you don't need as many, right? It saves you time, saves you money.
Right.
All of those things.
Right. It's doing all kinds of things. So that's a great segue into the other brush that I want to introduce you to. So you
Okay.
talked about skincare and then makeup, and that's how I've been using this brush. So this is the gold contour.
That's
And
the one
what
that I
I
don't think that I have. Let me look.
look through your goodies.
This is my
All right.
part of my backstock, my Omnia backstock.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Girl.
Okay. I
This
see
is just
some
the tip of the iceberg.
beautiful things. I see
I
some beautiful
know.
girls over there. Okay.
And you know what? I don't think I have that one because I have, again, I tend to lean more towards synthetic fibers. So I just don't reach for the gold ones as much. But, you know, there's equivalents. The Balm 185, which is in my brush roll, is similar. But I like the one that you pick because I feel like it's a softer, it's a little wider, it's a little more narrow when you turn it to the side. These are like the little nuances.
The little nuances that makeup artists know. That's right. That's
Like,
right.
if you look at this one, it's just a little bit more dense. So when I'm talking to people about this one, I think I tell them, like, pretend it's like a beauty blender and a brush had a baby. Whereas that one, I saw you use it and you did some things. You did some things with it.
So the first thing I did was I overloaded it, and it was like, oh wow, that's a whole lot of makeup. So I learned very quickly that you don't normally, when you have a dense brush, you have to load it so you can have the makeup come out, but not with this. So that was great. The other thing I like about it is, so let me tell you how I did it. I did my mom's makeup. And so what I did is I added the marula oil, so midnight oil, on her face first to prep. And so I put it on, and then I massaged the oil in with this. And it feels like a face massage. And she was so happy. She was like, oh, this is nice. This is really nice. You know, so pressing that oil in, right, using the brush. And since this is natural hair, you know, it's good for the brush. And so just worked all that in. Then the next thing I wanted to do was to grab a contour, because, right, this is going to be my contour brush. So then when I added the contour, being that the skincare was already in the brush, it just was gliding. It was gliding on. So it was beautiful. It wasn't too much. So I really, really, really like this brush. So even if you don't necessarily, so this was my thing with this. I wasn't sure, should I put it in because it's a contour? Not everybody contours. Right. Not everybody does that. But everybody can take a nice face massage. So that's my point with this guy. And if you don't have the right brush to contour when you do want to contour, it makes it more difficult. So I feel like this is going to be one of those things that you don't know you want it until you have it. So that's my,
and not to mention it's a natural hair brush, which means it plays beautifully in powders. So use that for your face powder, use it for your blush, use it for, you know, you can use it for lots of other things.
Right. All right. So let's go from powders into my next one. This one made it in, and I can't.
I love that, baby.
Oh, you too. It's just like, I never played with a brush like this. It was like, oh, who are you? Hello. And so what I love about this one is it works. Okay, back up a second. When I text you about this brush and told you how I was like just obsessed with it, you said it reminds me of how we use a fan brush. And so when we were working with Dollface, what we did all the time was we used the fan brush to not only flick off any fallout from eyeshadow, but then also to give that soft kiss of a color. So I used to destroy my fan brush, like, because I used it so much. So this one, I was like, this is what it does. It gives that nice light finish. So this is so good for finishing powder. So that way you don't add too much. And also underneath the makeup, I used a highlight all over with this and then put the foundation. Oh, it was so nice. It's like a diffused look. That's what I love about it. So if you're afraid of blush, this is also a great brush to use because it's kind of hard to do too much. I mean, it's just beautiful. You're gonna want to keep going with it. So
absolutely. Yeah. When I'm educating, I'm telling whoever I'm with all the time, you have to understand the anatomy of the brush to know what it's going to do. Right. So if you take a brush that is firm and dense and tightly packed like this guy, Or if you take one that like this, it literally looks like a paintbrush. So it's intended to lay product down in more of a thick manner. But if you take something that's soft and airy with lots of space in between the bristles, that's exactly how it's going to put the makeup down. So neither one of these is wrong. You just have to know what your desired end result is.
That's it. What's your desired end result? And so the folks that I'm teaching and the way that I normally do makeup, like more of my aesthetic, my style is more of that softer look. So I've always been a big fan of the no makeup or that real soft glam if we're going to do glam. Right. So yeah, so this definitely speaks to like my style as an artist and also an educator. So
as it should.
So far,
it's your bundle.
Yeah. So far, this is what we are with. This is what we've got. And then now I'll finish out with the other three. And then we've got to like really figure out what I'm doing here. So, because this is it. Like what we come up with today is it. I'm going to start writing my little blurbs about each brush. So I'm going to go with the spoolie next. So spoolie action. Because I love how thin this was. I loved how tight it was. It was a great, I did my mom's, her entire brow with this, and it was beautiful, which doesn't always happen when you use this kind of brush. And then the spoolie, when I had my teenage girl yesterday, she was so excited about the spoolie. She's like, thank you for adding the spoolie. I need one. So yes, you've got yours over there. So this is just like, and it's dual-sided. So it's really helpful depending on what you need. And sometimes you need to separate those lashes, like boom, separate your lashes. So
yeah, you never know what you're going to need a spoolie for. Honestly, I use it, but this is like a multi-purpose tool just in my makeup bag in general. That's right. This is a silly example, but on the back of the Lime Life palettes or a lot of other makeup brands have little holes in the back where you can pop out the product.
Right.
What do I use to pop out my product? Boom! I stick the spoolie right.
You use your spoolie?
Yeah. What? Try it. Do it. Do it right now.
I'm doing it right now. Hang on.
Pop it right out.
Worked. I never even thought. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, life hacks coming to you fresh right here. That's great. Yay. So
yeah, but a tight angle brush.
Reason.
Yeah, a tight angle brush you can use for so many things, for a brow, for a liner, for a lip, all those little details. You can take a little point of it and cover up a little blemish, little spot treating.
I didn't even think about that you could use this on your lip. Because I typically like longer bristles for lip, but yeah, you could definitely use that for a lip. Okay, that's helpful. And next one, I'm so surprised by my option here. I mean, my choice here of a bent liner. I had kind of always been like, no, consumer products, blah, 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 right? But then I used it and was like, oh, damn, that's way easier. Like, it's right there. It's right there. So I also found that instead of holding, this is an artist thing. So instead of holding it like this with the traditional eyeliner, I actually then bring the brush down here where it is more stable. So if you at home are having a hard time with keeping your brush stabilized, this bent angle is going to help. So, but the reason is because normally we hold a liner like this, and now we can bring it down and keep our elbow in. So I love this. Not only for the ease and the precision for liner, but also then you can use that for those, because it's so thin. Golly, look how thin that is. So you can really draw those hair-like strokes, and you could pinpoint
a little pimple away.
Dab it away. So that I kept trying to not put this in. I didn't try that hard, I'll say that. I tried a few other liners, and I was like, I just keep going back to this one. So I was like, this is what I'm rolling with. This is what I'm rolling with. All right. Last one of what I have selected, number 6, is the pointed concealer. The pointed concealer brush.
I have that hiding somewhere else. Okay. Talk to me about the
pointed concealer. I love this because of that point right there. It is so convenient when you have foundation or concealer on there. So not only can I use it like this, but then I can go on the side because it's angled,
Yeah.
or I can use it like a paddle and go down. So other thing, I have not added a lip brush into this bundle, but this is a really great lip brush. And let's talk about lip brushes because I was playing around with this one.
Yeah.
I wanted this one to work, but I mean, it was like they were so similar.
Yeah.
This one was really great. This is a great brush. It just didn't do enough to get a place in my kit. So
Gotcha.
this one's a great one. It's a really good one. But when I looked, I was like, this one can conceal. This one, not so much, not as well. So that's the decision I made.
And you know, the way that I use that brush, actually, the one with the really deep curve, is for brow.
Huh.
Yeah.
Look at that.
You know, so when you're creating that, I don't have it right now, but when you're creating that really crisp line with concealer or foundation, the way that the bristles, especially on that pointed edge, fan out as you're dragging the brush, it just really does a beautiful job of creating a nice, long, straight line.
Yes.
So great for brow, or, you know, again, this is the detail kit is where you pulled that out of. And that's really for a lot of our more creative artists. So if you're a person who really enjoys, you know, playing in makeup and creating things, if you're a person who's into graphic lines and things like that brush is really great for that sort of thing.
Good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah.
I even played with it as far as, yeah, I mean, it's a great brush. Like if you're into a precise lip, or like you were saying, that real sharp brow. So if you like retro makeup, I could see where this would be like your best friend. So it just felt more like a specialty brush. Like if you're looking for that, then, but now y'all know, because Omnia got it for you. It's going to be there waiting. All right. So that's where I am. That's where I am, my friend.
All right.
And then this happened over here. So I have to pick two out of here.
And we have
no
eye.
Oh, sorry. Well, we do. This is all eyes. This is the one that I'm pretty sure is going to be like the main eye one. This is the 425. And the reason is because it can go on my lid very nicely. It can turn because it's kind of thin, and it can work my crease, no problem. And then it can be a nice blender. So I was like, you got basically 3 brushes in one with this one. So that's definitely one that I'm leaning very strongly towards.
Okay. I'm trying to find mine so that I can follow along here.
I feel like that's a really like solid eyeshadow.
I have a million 405s, not a 425 to be seen.
See, you have a million 405s.
405.
I have a 405 in the plastic right here. So
425.
Oh, okay.
I only have one, and I kept it.
That one. That was so good. So it's shorter. So this is the 405, which is I saw a lot of artists like that one. So the 425 is a little bit bigger, right? I don't know. I guess I liked it because it's a little more pointed versus rounded.
Yes.
So I felt like it would work the crease a little bit easier. But you know what I mean? It's kind of like a mix of, this is the one I'm leaning towards, but yeah, it's just kind of a mix of a blender and an applier.
Yeah, I'll admit, like if this brush had existed when I did my initial bundle, it would have been in mine as well. So that's the other thing too. Like a lot of these bundles are predate some of the brushes that you even got. So like,
okay, see. Okay, it's fresh, it's fresh. So yeah, so 425 right now. I don't know how to knock that one out of the running, but so that's my eyeshadow brush. So the other thing was, and I had this one in there too, honorable mention for 416. It was riding in my selection for a hot minute. But then I decided this one is too small. Like it's good for the crease. And if you want to add a little bit of highlight here, but honestly, between these two, this bad boy can do a little bit more, and it can do what this one can do. So I was like, all right. And you guys are getting real deep into my makeup brain, getting an idea of how this works for me.
Yes.
All right. So then I got into these two. There's a 405. Okay. So these two, let me talk to you about these. So show me what you use for concealer.
What I use for concealer is
What is that? Is it angled?
it's angled.
Or is it just mushed?
No, it's not mushed. It's angled.
Oh.
Yeah, for the most
I
part.
did not expect you to pull that one out.
I know. This one is the Balm 460. And in my mind, it's similar in, remember when I was describing this guy?
I got it.
Yeah. Okay. I think you might need to give it a try today. Challenge.
Me, y'all bringing more brushes into an already brush heavy world.
I know.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
So, okay. It's
You
all right.
asked.
That's why I invited you to be here with me, so you can help me.
So yeah, the
Okay.
reason for that is because I like to, pick up product with the bladed edge to sort of lay it down,
Uh-huh.
and then I flip it, and then you can sort of pull, you can bounce, you can blend.
Okay. Now, what else do you do?
It's kind of just a concealer brush for me. I mean, you can definitely, you asked me what I use for concealer. I responded. And let's also keep in mind, you have to make there's a distinction, right? Like, what does Melissa carry in her personal makeup bag for concealer versus what she carries in her ginormous brush
Golly,
holder. Yes.
Wow. Okay. There's so many brushes.
I know.
Okay.
And they're like 90% all Omnia brushes. It's insane.
Oh, yeah, because they're incredible.
I love them.
Okay. All right. So that's good to know how you use this brush, because I saw you on a live the other day and I was like, we should use it. I mean, I was listening to what you were saying.
Sure.
I was also like, what brush is that? So thank you for telling me.
You're
All
welcome.
right. I kind of thought that you were using the 430. See, it kind of looks.
Yeah. So it's just,
I kind of thought.
Oh.
So grab 430. Talk to me about 430.
430.
Yeah. Okay. So the other reason I had this one is blender. But also, can do those tight areas. We can go up here. We can do all that. We could do some highlight if we want. The other thing was, this is a Boss blender brush for sure. Like, that's nice. This one is, I was thinking not only for concealer, but also it can work eyeshadow. So you can do cream eyeshadows really nicely with this. So, you could do a lip, but I think I would do more of the concealer and eyeshadow with this one. So that was the reason I had that one in there. But that was the first one that I was kind of like, I think this one might, because this one does eyeshadow and concealer too.
Right.
Have you ever used this one for concealer?
Oh yeah. I think this one's in my bundle as well. For concealer, if I'm like blending it out or if I'm doing a little powder in certain areas, but because I'm using this guy for the most part for my concealer applications, it's giving me, I can lay it down and I can buff and blend, which is again why I gravitate towards this one when my brush is turned this way. When my brush is turned this way, I'm really just using my fingers a lot of the time.
Yeah. Right. I know that's what was a little hard for me, because I was like, gosh, I'm such a personal consumer now. I'm not out there in the world like, having all these bridal parties and stuff coming through. Okay, another honorable mention. So right now, this one's in my hand as the 8th for right this second. Okay. 430. Another honorable mention. I really wanted this one to work. But it was fine. It was good, but it just wasn't better than this one.
Gotcha. What
for
what do
like
you
this
what do
one.
you feel like you're missing? What do you want to do with that brush?
I wanted this one to be longer, smaller, and like smaller shape and a little bit, not necessarily longer, but maybe smaller, like more of the 430.
Okay.
And then yeah, so
let
but
me ask you
I'm
this.
still looking for, yes.
Did you happen to get 270 or 265?
270. Yeah, 270. No, 265 I have right here. That was the other one that I was looking at.
Okay. Because from
So
what
tell
you're
me
describing with that gold brush, smaller and longer, but still has that tapered point. So we can get into those small areas. You can define a little contour with this guy. You can spot powder.
Big.
It's not for the eye. It's definitely
no, I know. That's what I'm.
brush. I will tell you though that these two brushes are so common in everyone's bundles because it's such a go-to brush for so many makeup
465. I mean 265.
265.
Yeah. That's why I'm leaning. Yeah, I'm leaning towards the 430 because I really could use an extra eye brush.
Yes.
And this could work. This can work to blend out concealer because concealer, I only have this one. This is concealer and lips.
Right.
So you see how much care is going into this? All right. So right now, this one to blend out. And to blend, really, this is like your blending brush. So this would blend your eyes, eyeshadow, or concealer.
Okay.
Right. So that's kind of like your blender. This is your applicator for eyeshadow, contour, that stuff. The pointy concealer. Did you have a pointy concealer?
Not in front of me. I would have to lean over.
I'm sure you have it though.
I'm sure I do. Hold on one second.
I'm sure you do.
Let me go to my other back stock of brushes. Oh, yeah. This is where I have all my detailers. Okay, so this one, 418.
Yeah. Is that
Got it?
Yes, 418.
Okay.
Yes. So I think this is.
All right. She's cute.
I mean, it feels pretty solid though, like it feels like what I like about this is I would feel confident to recommend this to not only someone just starting out that has no brushes. I'll be like, this is your kit. And then also an artist who wants to have an essential kit. Like I can grab this roll and I can do any kind of work. That was my goal. To put all that together. Oh, so I think this is it. I think this is it. Yay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
She did it.
It is 8. I did it.
8 is great.
8 is great. 8 is great.
Yes.
Yay. Oh, awesome. Yay. Well, thank you so much for your help and all of your tips and wisdom and knowledge on makeup brushes. Can you do me a favor?
Excited for you. What's up?
This is super extra. Do you have your Amaze box around? I didn't even talk to you about this. Mine hasn't come in yet.
You mean this?
That's what I mean. Yes, that's what I mean. Woo! Hit him one time. Tell him what's in it. What's in it?
That.
Oh,
that is.
It looks so good.
I can't find my camera. There we go. Here we go.
All right.
Do we want a full breakdown?
Let's do it. Like for the friends who stayed through the bundle and are going to watch this replay, let's give them an extra treat.
Okay. So this March bundle is all about like soothing the body, like from head to toe nourishment. Nourishing from head to toe. Okay, so my OG favorite skincare item, the thing that made me fall in love with Lime Life skincare, is in the box. Sotox.
Sotox.
Yes, they call it Botox in a bottle.
Botox like Botox.
But Botox like Botox. Yeah, so it lightens, it brightens. And when I say lighten, we're talking about things like hyperpigmentation, melasma, things like that. So lightens, tightens, brightens the skin. And if you have more of an oily skin type or a combo skin type, for me, that's where I sort of fall as well. It doubles as my moisturizer. Oftentimes I felt like I didn't have to add moisturizer after I did this. It like did just enough to give me what I needed and I can move on with my day. So we love that. Multi-use, multi-purpose. We love that.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing that is in the box is Dew Confidence. Have you played with this yet?
I love Dew Confidence. Like my body is upset with me when I leave the shower and I have forgotten my Dew Confidence.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So this is an in-shower treatment. Hazelnut, rosemary, and it has that good spa scent to it. And sort of like with the Sotox, it's meant to tighten and brighten and do all of those things to the skin. So if you are a person who has things like stretch marks, loose skin. I recommend this to my ladies who have recently had like C-sections, surgeries, different things like that. It's going to help heal the skin and create that good cell turnover. So it tightens and, it's a really good for healing the skin in general. And then if you are
I did not know that.
Yes.
I didn't know that. Yes. Oh.
So it's a body treatment oil.
I'm a dry girl is what you're about to talk about. I'm a dry girl. This is why I love it.
Yes. So initially what you're intended to do is to get in the shower. When you're done washing off, done washing your body, you turn the water off for a second, you put on your Dew Confidence, you do a little dance for a minute, and then you're supposed to rinse it off. But if you are extra dry, just leave it on. Put it on, leave it on.
Yes, especially don't leave those tootsies out. Get your feet, because we don't have oil glands in our feet. Make sure you get your knees, your elbows, all those areas. It feels so good. I had no idea about the extra benefits.
Yeah, let me read the box to you. It says, feel confident, exude radiance in nothing but your skin with our firming body treatment oil, the aromatic essential oil blend of hazelnut, rosemary, geranium, and mint. Mint is the ingredients that just makes you go brrr. Visibly firms, tones, and improves the elasticity of the skin. Hazelnut oil, rich in omega-9 and vitamin E, locks in moisture to soothe skin, while the lightweight formula absorbs instantly.
Oh,
she's a nice one.
That's so nice. I love that one. Yep. Yeah, I had a client who their box came in and she was like, so what do I do with this Dew Confidence? So side note, if you purchase anything from me, please let me know if you're not sure what to do with it. I try to be good about sending out information. However, if I forgot some, let me know. Say, what is this, girlfriend? And I will be happy to help you. So yay. And what was the sample? What's the sample?
The sample is a skin therapy sample. So our more rich
skin therapy
moisturizer, nice. Pomegranate and oat facial moisturizer. So if you're a person who's particularly sensitive, this is really nice too, because the oat soothes the skin.
Yeah.
And I was going to say something profound and I forgot.
It'll come back. Before we go, I do want to do a little bit of makeup though, real quick.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm going to do a 5-minute face. So I want to use my brushes and I want you to guide me on some colors.
Okay.
So, soup's fast, but these are the colors that I have for my eyes. So I've got taupe over there, but I was using Sweet Dreams as my highlight, which I'm happy to do. You know these, I'm pretty sure. I don't remember this middle one. I love using Yas Queen just so I can say it. Phoenix is great. Gilded Lily.
Yes.
Right. And then
Empress. I'll have to look it up.
It's an M.
Oh, Mirage.
Mirage, that's what it is. That's what it is.
Let's use that since we're not as familiar with it. And I think that red undertone purple would look so beautiful up against your green eyes. Let's do it.
Okay. All right.
A little wash.
Okay. All over. A little wash. Okay.
A little wash with that 425 brush.
Here I go. All right. Let me get my brows going.
Okay.
And then I will I'll do that.
Oh, I remember what I was
So
going to
you
say
had-
about the maze box.
Tell me. Yes.
So Do Confidence is a perfect example of a product that is like a nice to have for a lot of people, but it may not be at the top of your list because you're more focused on getting your complexion and your skincare, you know, your face skincare and all of that stuff. That the body products can tend to go on the bottom of someone's like priority list. So that's the beautiful thing about the Amaze box, is because it's you're able to have things put in front of you that might be lower down on your list, and you're getting them at a deal. And you know,
yeah, because the whole box out the door, it comes with free shipping.
Yeah.
So it's $45 totally out the door, and you're getting the Sotox, which I think is 58, and then the Do Confidence, and then the other samples. So you're able to try these products. Like, look at me using my spoolie. Yeah. So yeah, it's really great. Because had I not gotten Do Confidence, I don't know that I would have tried it, but it's like a staple in my shower now. Like, it's definitely something that I look forward to using. Like I said, when I forget, when I'm in a hurry, and then I like I'm getting dressed and I'm like, dang, I feel so dry.
Feel like a raisin. Look at that brush go.
Look at it. Look at that. Goodness. It's a good brush. All right. So I did some brows, and
what did you use for your brow? Just a little powder?
Just a little bit of powder. Yeah, just a little bit of powder and clear gel. And I'm going to use the where is it? The 425 with Mirage.
Yes. I'm going to do a little some too. Can I join you?
All right. Yes, please.
Yeah, I really love this brush.
Be more like a smoky eye. What color are you using?
I am using my bronzer number 1 because I love.
Oh, okay, nice. No, I love using bronzer on my eyes too.
Yeah,
I love it too. All right, so I'm just getting this on here. I'm getting better at using the camera as my mirror. At first, I was like, oh, I was like, man, I'm just trusting. I'm like, Jesus, take the wheel. Seriously, I'm not really sure I'm doing this right. Oh, so I grabbed my blender.
Yes.
So now I'm gonna go to my crease and I'm just gonna blend. Look at that. Oh, that's working. Yeah, this is where makeup artists, we could spend all day just this move right here. Goodness. Because how well you blend, it says a lot about your artistry. So we would be there for like the reception would be starting and we're like, no, we just need a few more minutes. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but the way that this tapered brush like really just hugs that bone structure.
Exactly. Look at that. It's a bigger one and it's still right up in there.
Yes.
All right. So I got that one. I almost wanted it to blend a little bit more though. I'm coming. So the spot that you touch your eye, the first place it's always going to deposit the most amount of product. So be careful. And I kind of put it right here. So now I'm going to keep fighting that little spot.
Gotta make sure you tap your brushes, ladies.
I know. Goodness. You got to tap and you got to make sure that you're intentional with where you place it. All right. So I'm going to use the eyeliner.
Okay.
One. I'm going to use the same color.
Ooh.
And just see. Just add that in there. Another trick. Oh, you know what? I'll do this. I'm going to do this right now. I'm going to wet my brush. That will turn this same eyeshadow into a little more intense of a color. A little more intensity. Let's see. Yep.
There it is. Pro tip.
So same, yeah, pro tip. So this also, if you're not able to get your eyeshadow all the way down to your lashes, this is going to be a good trick to get it all the way down. Yeah, you can really see it on that eye. It's so tricky. Do an eyeliner like this.
And the camera's tough.
Yeah. All right. I got it.
Pretty.
All right. What do you want me to do next?
Let's try concealer.
Concealer. Hang on.
Yep, dust it
just
off.
In case there's any. I just want that brush to touch me. I just want it to touch my face. All right. I'm going to add, let me get some concealer here. And then we'll be wrapping it up. So I'm going to, now that I'm starting to get, I'm normally a 27.
Yes.
In foundation. So I'm getting a little darker. What do you recommend for me?
So when you get tanner, do you tend to get more red or do you tend to be more golden?
More golden.
Okay. So then you are going to move up to, I think it's foundation 15. I still remember all of the old names. So you would be a Shinto 3. Let me just double check my math.
Okay.
But yeah, you would definitely move into that range.
All right. So look, so I've got the concealer on, right? But now I'm going to use the Duofiber to just kind of blend that out. Perfect. That's like normally what I do is I just like put it on and then but if I didn't have makeup already on this one, I would have tried to blend that, but this works really, really well.
Yes.
Okay.
Looks beautiful. Yeah, you're definitely going to move into 15.
Okay.
Depending on how deep you get.
For the heads up.
And the nice thing is that you might be able to do like a little sample, do like number 8 and number 15. And then that way you can mix them.
Oh.
Use one as a.
So I now took this brush and just whatever was left on my brush just went like, just kind of clean that up.
Perfect.
But you said mix it. What were you saying?
You can mix them. You know, I am the type of person who carries 3 foundations all the time because I fluctuate so much. So, you know, when I'm not using that deep shade all over my face, it turns into, you know, a cream contour. It turns into that sort of bronze moment that I use around the edges. So that's kind of the nice thing about having a couple different colors.
I'm going to use the Sweet Dreams with my favorite fan duster here.
Yes.
And just, I'm going to sweep it right over and then here.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see it?
Oh, it popped.
Yeah. So you see how that just, it made it look like I have a contour and I didn't do it.
Yeah.
So.
Playing tricks with the light.
Here we go. Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah. I see that. Fun. All right. So now I'm going to do some blush with that same brush.
Yes.
And I'm using powder blush. Look at that. It's like so sweet. Just a nice little kiss.
Yeah. So I have to shout out Jody, who is our artist relations contact over at Omnia. This brush was actually in a different line and as a limited time brush, right? It was a limited.
Oh, wow.
And as artists, we contacted Jody and we're like, yo, we all love this brush. We need this brush in the line somewhere. Please do not.
We need this forever. Yeah, don't take it away.
And sure enough, Jody pulled the strings
that needed to
be pulled, and it got put into the line permanently. So it's really, really nice to be able to have the ear of someone with the ability to make things happen for us. So all that to say, if there's a brush that you love, let Jody know because she might be able to.
So she sent this. The only reason I know about it is because she sent it. She knew I was gonna love it. So look, so I'm not wearing a contour, but was able to like really get that worked. And I brought it all the way up here and everything, but it's so light that it's not a big deal. All right, I'm just gonna do some lips. Last step, I'm gonna do some lips. I'm gonna do some dragon fruit, but with my concealer brush. Let's see how that works. I'm really loading it. So I'm gonna see it hugs that line nicely. Yeah. So I didn't feel like I needed a separate lip brush. Just easy.
Perfect.
Yay. All right. We did a quick 5-minute face.
Amazing.
Thank you. No mascara, no contour, but hey, I'm ready for something. I'm ready to see myself in the mirror. That's what I'm ready for, right? I'm going to pop, hey, the corner and be like, oh, hey, girl, hey. Look at you being cute. I see you. So thank you, Melissa, for being here and helping me to dial this down, because I didn't know how I was going to do it without you, babe. I really didn't. I was like, we got to talk this out. We got to have a battle royale of the brushes here and figure out what was going to be the last one standing. But I had a feeling, you know, with the concealer ones, when these two were on the chopping block, I was like, I felt like a Highlander moment. Like, there can only be one, you know, it was like, there can only be one concealer brush. So that was my thought with it. Amazing. But thank you for the heads up on the Amaze box. You're and welcome. All the tips that you dropped today. So thank you.
Anytime. Thanks for having me.
All right, Beauty Room. Let us know what your questions are. Drop them in the comments. And this bundle is coming to you very soon. So it's going to be available in April. So very, very soon. Thank you so much for all of your support and just for being here with me. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. So have a wonderful rest of your day. And remember, you are loved. Till next time. Bye.
Bye.